Hey, I was thinking. So I wanted to come on here and share my thoughts with you. I have a friend who's in Dubai right now, and he's having a wonderful time. He keeps sharing pictures and videos, and I'm reminded of the time I went to Dubai. I had a wonderful time, great experience. It's a lot of unique things to see and do there. But it didn't start off that way. When I landed at the airport, I remember I turned on my phone and my voicemail messages just blew up. So I knew something was going on. I found out one of my friends had passed away from cancer. This was someone I worked with that I truly adored. She was just a wonderful person and was the type of person that everybody thought that she loved them the most, as far as coworkers are concerned, because she made you feel like you were the most important thing. I remember when she was diagnosed with cancer the first time. I happened to be talking to her on the phone as she was on her way to her doctor's appointment. And she said, when I come out of here, I'll give you a call. And so I'm like, okay, just let me know how things go. And she kept her word. She called me. I was her first call after receiving that news. And I remember thinking to myself, like, what do I say? Why am I the first call? I didn't feel that I was equipped enough to give her what she needed in that time, even though I had gone through my own cancer journey twice. But God gave me the words to say. And so as I'm thinking about her now and thinking about her legacy, I can't help but to smile because her legacy is so wide and so far that she did what she was supposed to do. And I always think to myself, like, that is how I want to live. I want my legacy to reach wide and far. I want to touch as many people's lives that I can, whether it's through my speaking, through my coaching, whatever it is, I want to make an impact on people's lives. I think about it often. Like, what am I supposed to do and how am I supposed to do this? Because I don't want this world to be the same. I want it to be different because I was here. And sometimes God gives you that wink, right? That God wink that you need. Because the other day, someone has sent me a message. I'm presenting next week at a conference. And I did the same conference last year. And someone sent me a message and said, I'm coming to your presentation because I really enjoyed you last year. She was like, you may not remember me, but my mom had just died when I came to your presentation. And she said, this is you. You are so good, so natural at this. This is truly what you're meant to do. And those words just touched my heart because I met this person once. When she told me about her mom passing, reminded me of that, I remembered exactly who she is. I don't remember what she looks like or anything. And I forgot that story. But I remember I was doing a presentation. My thing is all about caring and in the workplace. And so I was presenting about bringing caring into the workplace. And somehow she told me that her mother had passed. Now we're in this session, I have them for almost 2 hours, and we're in this session together. She says this, and then someone else talks about someone that they lost to cancer. And I remember just stopping the presentation and just praying. Collectively as a group, we prayed. It was so spiritual. And I was thinking to myself, as I think about my friend Sharon Piper Diggs, who I will remember forever, forever. When I think about her legacy and her impacts, I'm just thankful that God gave me that to remind me that I am making an impact. I may not know the impact that I have on people. I may forget because to me, it just felt like the right thing to do there. I was led to stop the presentation and make sure that we sent her all the energy she needed to help her get through what she was going through. It's moments like that that brings joy to my heart. It's moments like that that make you say, you know what? It's all worth it. Everything that you go through, it's worth it. In all things, be grateful. I remember going through cancer. The first time, and if you know me, then you probably know this. I didn't have a care about anything. I thought, you know what? I'll get through this. No problem. I was like, you know what? This is probably not for me, but for me to show people how to get through cancer with grace. That was my thought until I went through it the second time. And then I was like, okay, I'm not sure what this is about, but evidently it's more than what I had thought it should be. Because I realized that I needed to change. It wasn't about anybody else but me. I mean, it could have been a byproduct, you know, other people could have benefited, right? Because that's why my book is there. That's why I do the coaching that I do and the speaking. But it was for me to transform. And I just thank God for just reminding me of all of it. And in all of it, for me to be grateful. You know, there are things that change. There are things that I still deal with. I mean, this gray hair was gray before cancer, so I can't blame it on that. You know, the other day I was at the post office and I was walking in and it was an older lady who was coming behind me. So I held the door open for her. And she said, "You're too young to have gray hair." I said, "Thank you." Because to her, I still look young. I've had gray hair since I was in my 30s. And I mean, like, wearing it gray because it was a battle that I could not win. But she really made me feel good telling me that. I was like, thank you. Because again, that was a God wink. Because sometimes I look at myself and be like, okay, you know, age is catching up. But anyway, I really just wanted to come on here to share with you those stories. And the reason I want to share is one, regardless as to what you're going through or what you've gone through, be in gratitude and know that all things work together. All things have a purpose. Find out what it is. And then the second thing that I want to remind you of is to be intentional with your legacy, knowing that your legacy is every life that you touch. So how is it that you want to be remembered? And I know I probably do a talk on legacy at least 10 times a year. And the reason is because I don't know that we take it seriously. Not when it comes to us and how we show up for other people. You know, you can think about legacy as your children, your material things, things of that nature. But what about you and how you show up? What is that saying to other people? So I just wanted to leave you with that today and give you something to think about for the weekend. All righty. But anyway, take care of yourself. Know that I do love you. And I'm happy to be connected to you.